All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in the house with a CMF. Look at this. Look at this fella. This is a Mini Crusade right over here on the table. So first thing first, I need to say a huge shout out to my buddy Guillaume for sending these beauties along, so I'm able to share my impressions with you guys. And second of all, as usual, why don't you like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. See, that was easy. Let's go ahead and check this bad boy out. First of all, let's see 3-inch for the blade. Cutting edge is going to be 2.75. The handle is going to be 4.2. So overall, this fella, 7 inches, not too big. Just to give you an idea, like up against a haptic or like a Spectre, it's gonna look like that. So smaller than these fellas. Like for example, this is a small Sebenza 21, and it's in pretty much in the same ballpark of that. That's a large 21 to give you an idea. Another smaller knife, like for example, you get to see right over here is the Neon NL, and right up here is the F3B. So full-size knife, and you get the idea. But you know, I also want to show you how a Mistress is going to be looking, and that's the thing. So you get the Crusade, you get the Mistress right next to each other, and pretty much we are in the same ballpark. But here we are talking about this fella right over here. So very interesting knife. This is a CMF made by Ian Piekarski. This is the Crusade. It's a very interesting frame lock. In this case, you get to see some carbon fiber show side scale with some speed holes chamfered nicely. Even if I'm not a fan of speed holes, I'm you know, I'm slowly starting to appreciate what is going on. It's interesting. Of course, this thing is super light. It's tiny. It's interesting. The overall look, it's pretty good. You have a very unusual look, very recognizable, very CMF-y, right? And then you get, I mean, this large finger groove is like the kind of like the signature. Look at this, like sweeping down and just like kind of like a bow tie kind of thing, just widening up at the on the sides. It looks very good. You have some contouring on the scale, so just not like a flat slab, as you can see maybe from this perspective. There's not really chamfering going on the external perimeter nor on the inside. Of course, you don't have any internal skeletonization. I mean, this is already carbon fiber, some holes, nothing going on the quite thin slab of titanium for the lock side. You have a single standoff configuration right over here. It looks like oil slick zirca to me. There is no lanyard hole option unless you want to use this hole for the lanyard hole, but I mean, I don't know, yeah, you could put it off, but I wouldn't. You have here something that you can't see, like right over here. You see, so this is one nitpick that I have. Like, I can easily snag the tip of the blade with my fingertip. That means that I can touch the tip of the blade, like here, not like this, but like from this side, it's there. So I can just like do this, and that is never a good thing, because I mean, this, look, it's just like pinching, so you can be cut. So just be careful right over here. This is a handmade knife, so this can be fixed. Just a little grind, it's gonna fix that. But I was honestly surprised to see this this thing right over here. And actually, if you check, actually now that I'm noticing, the blade is not centered, but it just might be a matter of having the pivot a little bit loose. So I'm just gonna try and tighten the spinning pivot, which is spinning, and it's no, actually it's tightened all the way down. So yeah, we have off-center blade, and I mean, this is not a, and also the action now just got worse. So no, it doesn't need to be that tight. So it was gonna be a little bit less. but still, it's not perfect. Now the action, yeah, now it's nice like before, so pretty off center like it was before, so it should be here. You have a little bit less, so it's not touching the scales, but it's definitely a little bit off center. So that's not a good thing. I mean, let's be honest. It is a beautiful design. It has the blade that is off center. I can touch the tip of the blade, and that's it. So these are the nitpicks. Not good, I know, but everything else, it's pretty spot on. I mean, you have a pretty gorgeous look. You have some nice materials. The clip is a nice touch. Tip up carry only. Has a nice springy tension to it. The lock bar cutout is just gorgeous. Look at these three fullers, kind of grooves going on over here. They look pretty good. The construction is super simple. You have one screw for the handle and one pivot screw. I mean, the inlaid mother of pearl is gorgeous, guys, with this domed kind of collar going on the outside, T15 for the pivot right over there. So, simple construction. I'm not going to do any disassembled video because it's not mine. This is a loaner from my buddy Guillaume. Actually, thanks for sending these beauties. So I'm not going to do any disassemble, but this is, by the way, super straightforward to take it apart and put it back together. There is no lock stick, and no lock face insert. So it means the geometry is pretty good. So you just flick it open like that. Yeah, and this goes well. It's very quiet in the sound. We're going to check it in a second. You have a ceramic detent ball right there. It's very interestingly done. There is no detent ball ramp. You're gonna get a little bit of this hard step right over here. I was saying the clip is pretty cool, tip up carry only. It has a hidden screw, and interestingly has two screws to keep it in place. This much knife is gonna be showing off from your pocket, so not that much. Right over here you can appreciate this blade, which has one more nitpick and then we're done. So there's no jimping. That's all right. I mean, this is not like a batoning or like, you know, you're not gonna hack anything. This is like a classy thing, so that's fine. You have a nice swedge which is hollow, which I truly appreciate, a hollow swedge reaching to the tip. And then you have like you know, pretty much straight edge, and then you have the belly, and you have a little bit of recurve, and then you have the sharpening choil. All this held in a hollow grind primary bevel. But the micro bevel is what is like not the best, because it starts like that, and then it just gets very, very thin, and then slowly widens up to the tip. So the sharpening job, it's not ideal, so you don't have a symmetrical, equally wide micro bevel from tip to the sharpening choil. So I don't know who made this, but to me it doesn't look even. I'm just saying this is sharp, it cuts, it's very slicey because the stock is, it's thick, yes, but it's hollow grind, so pretty, you see, nice thinness behind the edge. This is kind of like acts as a sharpening choil as well. Finger choil as well, because it's wide enough. So that is pretty good. You have a couple stand of thumb studs, which they look also oil slick zirc. They are sticking out, you see, from the handle. So you might. You see this guy just sticking out a little bit, so you might be able to snag this in your the fabric of your pants when you try to slide this guy in. So just be careful of that. But of course, these thumb studs are superbly working, like for thumb stud operation for the maybe like, yeah, not like that, but like this, it works 100%. Also, blade, there's no billboarding going on. It's just a little bit on the thick side, because look at that. Actually, you want to know how thick is this stock? Here you go. So this fella is going to be 0.187, and behind the edge, I'd say at this point, it's going to be, you see, 0.018, so not too shabby. Also, obviously, this guy is running on washers. I don't know if you can see them. I like the internal stop-in action going on. You see, the blade is just rotating around that pin. And overall, this blade is just looking really good. I wish the edge was just symmetrical, you know, like even, let's say, from tip to toe. And then you get this beautiful sound. I mean, when you close this knife, there's nothing, guys, like gorgeous. It's the best closing, one of the best closing knives ever. When you open this fella, nice, subdued, nothing, you see, too loud. You deploy this, you know, you are at the table, you deploy this like that, nobody's gonna even notice. Just super quiet. You cut your meat, put it back, done. So very quiet deploying sound. And we're gonna check also the weight, which is pretty well contained, obviously. Size, the only thing that's gonna contribute to the weight is gonna be that thick stock, but overall we're looking at 2.44 ounces, so no questions. This is a pretty cool EDC-able knife. No hot spots, pretty well contoured. It feels good in the hand. It's just super tiny, obviously. There's no lock stick. There's enough room to just, you know, angle your thumb and disengage the lock bar like so. So that's pretty good. You have you kind of can do the reverse grip, but not really. It's like pretty small, especially for my, look at this, hands. Yeah, and overall, I mean, actually it's well put together. There's no blade plates. It feels pretty solid. There's fit and finish. I would say, like, you know, this blade off center is not ideal. You can touch the tip of the blade, not ideal. The sharpening, not ideal. But everything else, I mean, the detent is nice. It's maybe, yeah, it's a little bit on the light side. You can deploy it like that, but it's good because like this is very satisfactory. And also when you close it, oof, I love that sound. So very, very good. As I said, this guy is running on washer, and that's why, you see, it's just, you need a little wiggle, but nothing obnoxious. I mean, it's smooth. It's very smooth. I like it. The washers, they appear to be like phosphorus bronze. I'm not opening this one to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's that. And I also don't know if the centering could be fixed with a disassemble. I don't know. It might not. That I don't know. But I mean, overall, this is a very cool looking knife, unique look, and that is stunning, because nowadays I'm seeing a lot of boring stuff, like nothing really new, and this is like some fresh air. It's not perfect, but it's still like a very cool design. There's some innovation that I'm seeing here, so good job. So there you have it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned.